With any hobby comes the learning period. It happens to anyone starting anything new. It can be exciting, but equally frustrating. Well, I wish I had this video when I was first getting into fashion. Let me tell you now, personal style is not a linear learning curve where proven techniques will 100% improve how you dress. There is no ladder to climb and no pathway to follow. Combine that with literally thousands of pieces and thousands of ways to style them that always seem to be forever shifting, so you always feel left behind. There are many pitfalls that I certainly fell into, so here are 5 of the most common fashion mistakes that every beginner makes, and hopefully we can get you headed in the right direction. If you take one point away from this video, forget everything else, this is the point, and that is that you do not know your measurements. Finding out your body and your measurements will drastically improve how you interact with fashion on a day-to-day basis. Not only will you confidently be able to purchase clothes knowing how they'll fit without even trying them on, but it also gives you valuable knowledge about what silhouettes and shapes look best on you. All you need to know is a few numbers, so get your notes app up and grab a tape measure. If you've not got one, I've linked one in the description down below. You're going to measure your chest, your waist, and your inseam. This will give you the most common measurement for clothing, and it will also help you extrapolate many helpful conclusions. For example, my chest measures 40 inches, but my waist is 29 inches, and that puts me in the inverted triangle or the trapezoid shape. And from there, I can go and find what clothes suit that body type. Having these 5 numbers on you when you're shopping will allow you to compare these numbers to new pieces, and that way you'll immediately know how things fit, all because you know your measurements. The second sign that you're a beginner is that you always focus on individual pieces or just focus too heavily on trends in general. Definitely something I did when I was first starting out. I just wanted the coolest jacket or the coolest pair of shoes without any consideration of how I was going to fit those into my wardrobe. A great piece of general purchasing advice that extends beyond fashion is buy when it's on sale, not if it's on sale. Both can be very quick, sort of impulsive purchases, but the first is considered and the second is just purely impulsive. Really focus on this idea of a compounding wardrobe. You invest over a long time into pieces that then compound style. Does that make sense? I'll tell you now from experience, it's a horrible feeling waking up every day, you open your wardrobe and the first thing you see is loads of items that you no longer like that were once trendy and you've wasted loads of money on. Nothing can be done without a solid foundation. I'm talking about your essentials for whatever style you like or want to develop for yourself. A lot of people, me included, we use buzzwords like basics or essentials and then generalize those as if they're universally applicable to everybody. The essentials of your wardrobe has to be the foundations of what you want your style to be. You might prefer to wear more black, so me recommending you white t-shirt, blue jeans and white sneakers isn't really helpful. You might work in an office, so your essentials would be a crisp white shirt, maybe some nice trousers and some smart black shoes. I'm going to rip the band-aid off right now. I can't tell you what your essentials are. Ultimately, it's personal style, and it is just that, it's personal to you. If you're just starting out, I'd consider going through your wardrobe and picking out a few things that you just seem to gravitate towards. Do you like the cut? Do you like the fabric or the brand or the details? From there, you can begin to test and look for inspiration based on those factors. Try things that are adjacent to your favorites, but also try the complete opposite. You might find out you love something you've never even considered. I am finalizing a video on completely step-by-step building a cohesive personal wardrobe from nothing, and that video will be out probably in the new year. Maybe this was because I was just young and stupid, but the next sign is that you're closed-minded and you just care too much about what other people wear. I remember when I was first getting into clothing, and this is 100% a true story. I was sat in lecture in university and I had all of my favorite brands on. I had black skinny jeans, Vans old schools, you know, Huff 5 panel. I felt like an absolute fashion god. Anyway, the lecture finishes and the dude in front of me stands up and I caught a glimpse of the label of his overcoat that he had. And it was from Primark, you know, something super cheap and fast fashion. And I remember physically like scoffing at the poor guy. What an idiot I was. I was closed-minded, I was unnecessarily judgmental, and I just cared too much about what other people wore. Thankfully, that was many years ago. I've come a long way with my personal style. I'm not so overly competitive or insecure. And this is mainly because once you get into fashion for a long time, you kind of realize that it's not really that deep, and the majority of people just don't care. Clothing is only so interesting because it caters to so many different people, all with different tastes and how they personally interact with fashion. If you're looking to progress your style, I would highly suggest you focus on critiquing yourself and enjoying the process of improving your style, rather than wasting any time bashing on what other people wear. I'm not saying you can't dislike or critique fashion. In fact, I'd say finding things you don't like is a very important part of developing your style and your taste. But it has to be done in a healthy way within the mindset of personal reflection and personal progression, and never external objectification. Lastly, and an obvious one I think with how popular some influencers are these days, and it's copying outfits one-to-one exactly. Let me tell you now, it's perfectly fine to be inspired by your favorite influencers, maybe have a few things that they wear. I mean, that's if you can afford them. But you have to come at it with some unique view and some unique way of putting it together. Make your outfit personal. I do understand it though, you know those items look good together, so you just do that. Easy. Most people probably watching this video just want to look good as simply and easily as possible. There are two problems that you'll come across by doing this. Firstly is that unless your favorite influencer could be your body double, it's highly likely that things that they wear will not look the same on you. And secondly, but more importantly, you won't be developing your style with a progressive mindset. What does that mean? Your style is something that very often you will want to develop very quickly once you realize how much it can impact and benefit your daily life. Focusing and developing your personal style will mean you always look good, and you won't have to consistently rely on whoever is putting outfits together for you. Don't get me wrong, it's great you're looking for inspiration in many different places. I'd always recommend that, but you must maintain some form of uniqueness in your wardrobe. That is what makes it personal to you, and that is what makes it your personal style. Understanding all these points mentioned in this video, in my opinion, are crucial steps in starting and evolving your fashion sense. And this is not a video designed to make fun of anyone who is making these mistakes. Like I said, this video comes from personal experience. I have personally made all these mistakes. I really hope today, by me highlighting these pitfalls that I fell into and that many also do, you can genuinely reflect and you can start on the best path possible to developing your style with a healthy mindset. Now, if you're someone that has your essentials down, but you're just struggling to put them together in interesting ways, I highly recommend you go and watch this video here. Thank you for watching, guys, and just thank you so much in general for all the love you showed on the videos this year. It has blown me away by the support and how much you guys seem to love these videos. It's honestly been amazing. So I'll see you in 2024 next Sunday for the next video.